Biomechanics is the science and study of the movement of living things. Sports biomechanics is a subfield focused on the study of the mechanics of movement during physical activities in its different presentations: physical exercise, health and sport. This includes looking at how forces interact, which are external load, as well as the effect of those forces on the body. The biomechanics of sport and exercise can explain how and why the body moves the way it does. For example, in table tennis, sports biomechanics would include the interaction between the table tennis player, the racket, the ball. Biomechanics uses classical mechanics as a fundamental basis for the analysis of sports movement, and in this case of table tennis, strokes, movements, athlete, racket, ball, and table interaction. To do this, he divides the analysis into two aspects: kinematics, which is the description of movement, and kinetics, which studies the cause of movement. Both kinetics and kinematics are branches of classical physics, but the mere fact that they have different names clearly implies that they describe two different things. As mentioned above, kinematics is a branch of classical mechanics, an area of physics that describes the world on the scale that we are all familiar with. For example, how the table tennis player moves, what is the trajectory of the ball, as is the technique of hitting, and others. Kinetics is another branch of classical mechanics, although much more closely related to the fundamental law of classical mechanics mentioned above, Newton's second law. This is because it takes into account the causes of the different movements of the bodies, which can be forces or torsional moments, in the case of rotational movement.